playing it, and 15 years later and over 10,000 hours later of playtime for me, this is where we're at. And I'm finally getting into Spaceplanes. So this is what KSP is. This is what brings me to KSP. Is that it's actually infinite creativity using basic orbital mechanics. You can build a submarine, you can build a spaceship, you can build an airplane, a space plane, a motorcycle, whatever. And you can put it on any planetary body with different rules, and have it work. I mean, in the early days of Kerbal Space, like, people were building Gundams that would transform mid-flight, and then the modding community is so diverse. The forums, the community in general is really accepting and welcoming and really thoughtful, and they're happy to teach people how to play games. It's really sick. Like, I love KSP community. Yeah, Orbiter, yeah. $300 KSA, nice. Yeah. But, I mean, right. 100%. Yeah, Beetle Rock said it. Like, it's the best online community for any video game that I've ever interacted with. Like, everyone's really positive. We're not trying to shit on each other. We're all helping each other, and it's super cool and collaborative. Yeah, the Kerbal Space community is freaking positive as heck. I love it. Hey, what's going on? Arpato92. I have no idea why my notifications aren't working. Long live the frogs, right? Here, I'll give it to you. I don't know why it's not working. But there you go.
Howdy the _Venusian, welcome to the pizza party.
There we
you
go.
just signed
I have
the
no idea
waiver.
why my follow alerts aren't working. It's not in my activity feed either, so that's kind of strange. But yeah, I really like Kerbal Space Program, and I wish the best for the KSA team. I think they're working really hard, and if you haven't, I think you should donate. I think you should follow on their Patreon or whatever they have for updates, and I think you should definitely consider KSA.
This is a text-to-speech message. It speaks the message.
Indeed. Right. Yeah, it's I feel like Dean's work, Mr. Hall, I should say, is working the angle that the community matters. And if you have a loyal fan base, they're going to stay. You know, it's like owning a bar or a restaurant. Like, if you have people who like your establishment or like your product, like let's say it's tacos or pizza, then people are going to keep coming back, and they're going to keep coming back for years and wanting more. So I mean, it's more like it's less than a flash in a pan and more like a repeating experiment. Yeah, I think that's going to work better. Just less parts. Oh, it's too long. All right. Back to business. We need to get this thing sorted out. And we're not going to use, I don't want to use, well, I don't want to use that big ass decoupler neither. I want to use a procedural tank. There we go. Procedural liquid, procedural rocket. Do we have that? Yeah, okay. Diameter, let's make it 125. The length is fine. Let's make it a cone. The top, we're going to drop it down to 625. There we go. And that'll be the end cap for our 625 decoupler. Just like that. Yeah, Stationeer, that's another game that I have, but I haven't played in a very, very, very long time. It's a little complex. I'm not going to lie. It's a little complicated for me. But I'm sure if I sat down and played it for a long period, I feel like I would be able to get it. I don't want to use solar panels for this one. I'm thinking I'm just going to use a nuclear power source. But we're there. And I want this bad guy. As a fuel source. Yeah. Good luck, rhythm guy. Eve is a fickle mistress. I'm going to tuck this in, actually, just a smidge. I'm going to take any opportunity I can. 7G. 7G would work. It's a relay. It's anywhere between 6G and whatever. There, we got the RTG sticking out. I'm going to stick it out a little bit more. Something like that. And on this side, I'll probably put a reaction wheel. That's good. What mods are cool in the current KSP? Well, I would say engineer mod. You gotta, if you're gonna do a fresh install of Kerbal Space, you gotta have engineer. It'll give you all the numbers you need. Another cool mod would be Restock and Restock Plus. Makes all the parts look fresh, not as cartoony, a little bit more scientific. And then I like the Mark II Plus or Mark II expansion parts. Those are always nice. Waterfall is good. Firefly is good if you want the cool effects on reentry. Black Racks, volumetric clouds, and parallax are always incredible, of course. I mean, if we're going visual mods, you got to get some volumetric clouds in there. It's going to change your whole game. Having a weather system overhead and having the rain hit your windshield as you're flying around, it's... Oh, yeah, it's good shit. It's good shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's good stuff. Uncurbalized start is really cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my last playthrough before I I nuked my save file, it was more contract heavy, but we had built it up to this point to get space planes and stuff. So there was a lot going on with the old save. I had to get rid of it. There were too many things going on. Yeah, free IVA, of course, and then the raster prop monitor so you can have cool IVA stuff on the inside. Always cool. Yeah, I'm thinking, I guess we can add some monoprop stuff just for fun. I know we don't really need. Is there like, no. I don't know if we need any monoprop tanks, but I'm just going to add some anyway. Hmm. Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. I like that. We're gonna slap a flag on it. Probably not like that. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Yeah. There we go. Good old Texas flag on that bad boy. And now we're gonna button her up. We're gonna close it. Oh, before we do that, I do need to add those struts so it doesn't flop around. So, and that. Slap them right over there. Right about there. No, it's not going to flop around on us. Close her up. And let's get some Kerbals in here. We got some new Kerbals, some new contractees. So the rhythm guy is going to take us out as our scientist. And who else? Arpato92, you're coming in. You're going to be a Kerbal. So Arpato, I have a question for you. Are you a pilot, a scientist, or an engineer? We need a pilot for this mission, so I strongly suggest that you pick pilot. Like Ridge Lift. Yeah, I keep the same KSP flight aerodynamics. I just don't pilot. Hell yeah. I don't